Don't touch my face. Oh no. Hello, Cinema's art class. It's really good to be talking to you. Good things to start off with. I'm back from Cancun. Everyone in my family and circle of friends is doing well, so fingers crossed that that stays the same and that that's the case for you and your family. The first thing is I really need you to take the movie watching poll. It's on the last couple posts of our Google Classroom. This is so that I can start lesson planning, and I need to know what sort of platforms you have to watch movies going forward so that I can assign them. So right now I've only got a third of the responses that I need. Please fill that out as soon as possible. So far, the biggest denomination seems to be Netflix, so that's what I'm going to start us off on. But I'm also, before we even get to Netflix, I'm going to start us with some YouTube videos because I think that's fairly universal. Most of us can watch that. If that's not the case, or if there's a YouTube video that I post that you cannot watch, let me know as soon as possible. In a very vague possible movies that I am looking at for us to do next, I'm thinking Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. There's a whole lot of really cool animation that went into that. And then Inception, because I think that that's one that people might have access to more, even if you don't have Netflix. But if that's not the case, if you don't have access to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse through Netflix or through another means, or if you don't have Inception, which is also on Netflix right now, but I figure a lot of you may have it on DVD or another way. Please let me know if you don't have either one of those movies. I'm digging really hard on the internet trying to find alternative links for those, but so far, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is hard to find. So I will be continuing to do alternative assignments. So if there's ever a movie that you can't watch, you won't be stuck not doing anything for a week. But if there's a problem, you need to let me know as soon as possible so that I can get you a solution. Please don't sit around waiting for me to notice that you haven't turned stuff in. I'm juggling about 200 students plus parents and guardians and lesson planning in a way that I have not been trained to do. So let me know, email me as soon as possible if there's a problem. My hope going forward is that's Ember, by the way. Ember. My hope going forward is that I will be able to upload all of a week's work on Monday, in the future, not this week. This week I'm going to give you something to do today, and I'm going to give you something to do on Wednesday when I have it slightly more fleshed out. But in future, I'm hoping to post all of the week's work on Monday so that you can take it at your own pace. But please stick yourself to a schedule, keep on top of what you need to turn in. Do not let this pile up and hope that you'll be able to get it done in the last few weeks of school if we come back, because I don't know if that's going to happen. So, step one, take the movie poll. That's your first assignment for today. Second assignment is above this post, there should be a little question, and if it's not there, it'll be under classwork in our Google Classroom page. I'm going to post a question asking you what sort of movies, TV show, short animations, what have you been watching? What have you been viewing while we're in this sort of lockdown situation? I want to hear about it because maybe it's something that we could incorporate into our class, and maybe it's just like we're all looking for things to do. So you're going to, step one, take the poll. Step two, answer that question. We're going to treat it like a free write. So you need to write at least 6 sentences. So answer that like a free write, 6 sentences, and if you need to type it in an alternative document and then copy and paste it into that little space, you can, just so you know you're going to get all the points. This is not an optional assignment. This is very important that you do it, because if you don't do it, I will assume that you can't. And emergency measures will be taken to make sure that I reach out to you, your parents, your family, your guardians, figuring out like what's going on. Is there no internet? Is it just a one-time fluke? That's a whole lot of panic and anxiety that you don't need to cause just by doing the assignment. So once you've posted your 6 sentences about the things that you've been watching over spring break, over this last week, once you've written that up, the second part of that assignment is you need to respond to at least 2 people. Now, the way Google Classroom is set up, you won't be able to see other people's responses until after you submit your own. But as soon as you hit turn it in, there'll be a little thing that pops up that says, look at classmates' work or something like that, see other answers. And from there, you'll be able to respond. And I'm going to link you to another video that explains that a little bit more with some visuals. So again, Wednesday's assignment will be posted on Wednesday, but in the future, I'm hoping to have all of the week's work posted on Monday, but we're still testing the waters. So these assignments that we're talking about today and Wednesday, they're not going to be graded, but they are not optional. They are extra credit, absolutely, but you have to do them. This is the way for us to test the system. In other news, please reach out to us if you have any questions, concerns, either about your grades, about the way that classes are going to be run, about anything. All of the teachers and the principal and the admin and me were all ready and willing and able to help. We just need to be pointed in the right direction. So if I'm not the right person to answer the question, I can point you towards someone who is, or I can ask for you if it's an issue of keeping your name out of it. We can see about that. But just please ask questions. It's really going to be very crucial at this point in time to have open communication. So email me anytime. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So I thought I would leave you with some wise words and a movie clip from a movie called Attack the Block. And yes, it is a very young John Boyega from Star Wars speaking. So enjoy. Bye.
Yo, Gavin! Go home, lock your door, do your homework, watch Naruto. Just stay inside tonight, get me?
By the way, here's Nugget. He's still alive. So far,